One of the big myths about children learning their first language is that it's so easy. One of the things you hear is like, children are like little sponges, they just soak everything up. Another thing you hear is that they just run around imitating the adults in the language they hear. That's actually not quite true. When you think about language learning in children, consider the following. A child starts learning language the minute it pops out of the womb. And that language learning is not complete for that child until about the age of 4.5 or 5. And that's for all the basics of the language. Then children start school, and there's parts of language that they actually don't get until they're 7 or 8. And then there are other parts of language that we see in the research that they don't have until they're 13, 14. Because language is very complex and has parts that are easy, parts that are difficult. There are parts of language that need to speak to each other, what we call interfaces, and those things take time. So the idea that children learn language effortlessly is really a myth. The implications for you as a language learner, and for anybody wanting to learn a language, is that it's going to take time. And if you think second language learning is more difficult than first language learning, think about that child who takes 5 years, almost 20 hours a day, doing nothing but learning language. And by the time they get to the age of 5, they basically have the basics down, but not everything else.